What's up? How's everybody doing tonight? This is James Berry on the chopping block. Got Harrison Gas and Cat with us, as usual. Also, tonight on the show, we have the band Divinities. How y'all guys doing tonight?
Fantastic. Fantastic.
So, y'all are all the way out in Huntington, West Virginia?
Yeah.
So, tell us a little bit about the band. We've had y'all featured as the featured artist for this week because of having y'all on the show this weekend. So we've had y'all plastered all over Facebook, Instagram, on the website, and everything. So, tell us a little bit about the band.
Uh, we started in 2022. Uh, it kind of started me and Anthony playing a lot of Bloodborne together, and the I Find Kills Welcome to Horrorwood had just come out. So we were on PlayStation party chat and constantly talking about, like, let's write some like video game inspired like metalcore. And then we wrote our first song in his basement, our special place, and we recorded it, shot a music video for it. Went through a bunch of various band members. They were all shitheads. But, uh,
That tends to be a popular trend, going through band members and trying to find the right fit when you're trying to figure out your music. Sometimes a group of guys get together and they're able to do it, and sometimes you already have a vision in your head. You just got to find the right members to do it.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
So y'all have a new album being released in 2 days, correct?
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
So tell
Yeah,
us
the
a little
18th.
bit about the new album. We have a couple of tracks we have lined up for y'all, and we have one that I guess we're debuting your single of Rebirth, correct?
Um, that one's like an album track or whatever, but that was like the best, or one of the best songs that hasn't been released as a single that we kind of felt like would be best to put on the radio too.
Okay. We've had a few of y'all's songs cycle in the radio station this week, just letting people get a hear of you this week before the show so that they could get a feel for who's going to be up here this weekend.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the new album.
Your turn.
Here, switch these spots. Go right handle, bud. The album, there's a few references to different video games, and then there's a few songs on there that were wrote about personal issues, loss, grief, depression, anxiety. Lucas here actually wrote most of the album himself.
Guitar and bass.
Yeah, he did. He did a lot of the guitar, bass, vocals, and he did a little bit of drum programming, and he did all the synths. He's the whole mastermind behind the album. Honestly,
Like, I would like there's a bunch of stuff on there that started off like Anthony like making stuff, and then
few MIDI tracks that I would send you with some post production done on it,
yeah,
like the Dark Descent.
Andromeda is a total Anthony song. I just put vocals on it, so it's like it's just like a creative like fountain. I guess I would describe it.
All right, so who does what in the band? Who does the vocals? Who does the guitar? Who does the drums?
I do the drums. Lucas does vocals and guitar, right, for the most part.
Yeah, but when we like started back, the album was made just with me and Ant. But now that we've gotten stuff going again, we recently got Jay in the band here, and he's our guitarist, and we got a couple other guys that are playing with us, and they're still learning stuff and taking time to brush up on all that.
I got you. Any big shows for the future?
Riff Rising.
Here, you answer this.
Yeah, sure. Riff Rising in Liburn, correctly? Riff Rising in Liburn and June 6th, Saturday, at the Appalachian Outpost. We're looking forward to that very much. It's going to be my first show with y'all. I played with Luke before, and
a Creed cover band.
A Creed cover band. I played, and I've known Luke for a long time, so it's not the first time I played music with him, but first time sharing a stage with original music that he's written. So pretty excited about that.
Awesome. So we've got Make It Out Alive is going to be one of the tracks that we play tonight. Tell us a little bit about that song.
Okay, so Make It Out Alive was one of the first ones. So when we started like writing stuff for the album, I pretty much just started writing riffs and just sending everything to Anthony. I'm like, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? To the point where we had like 5 or 6 songs already, and he's like, what was your reaction to that?
What the reaction was?
Yeah. So Make It Out Alive was one of those, and it's based off of Resident Evil 2, which is what like we love playing horror games. That's like our thing. We like to write about, other than uh, songs about sad shit. But yeah, so, and there's actually a sample in the song from Resident Evil 2. It's a voice clip of Nick Apostolitis, Leon's voice actor from the video game. And we thought it'd be super cool to have that like before a big breakdown, epic like an epic scream.
Yeah.
So he's actually like credited on the song as a sampled artist. Tried to get a cameo cameo from them for the release of the song, but couldn't get one in time.
So, you say y'all have been together since 2022, and y'all have been through several members since then. Uh, what's the most difficult part you've had a chance filling?
We can elaborate a little bit on that. So we started out and we had a big fallout with a singer. He kind of put a big dent and everything, and then uh, both of us went and did another uh, other bands for a little bit, and then when when those bands broke up, we finally uh, got this one back together, and that's when we started making the album.
So this is y'all's first album?
Yeah,
We tried for like what
Awesome.
6 years to make an album.
yeah, we've been trying forever to get one done. Finally did it.
Yeah, sometimes they take time. Uh, I'm a musician also. My first album, I started it back in 2011, and then I finished it at the end of this past year.
Oh wow, it's awesome! You finished it, but congrats.
Yeah, congrats, man.
We're all very passionate about music. All of us are musicians or singers in some way, shape, or form. We're all affiliated with music. But that was one of the things behind starting this radio station is there's a lot of talent out there that does not get the recognition that they deserve. So we made it our mission to try to get those sounds heard around the world.
Absolutely,
Yeah, it's a
absolutely.
great thing you all are doing.
So we're going to go on ahead and we're going to play your track, Make It Out Alive, so that since we got a little bit of backstory on that, we can let our listeners have a listen to that song. So this is Divinities Make It Out Alive, and we will be right back. All right, we've got the mics turned off right now.
Well, you've got your mics turned off on the radio. Twitch can still hear us talking.
Yeah.
In the building.
I was trying so hard not to shit about our old members. Fuck those guys.
I'm still learning the backstory behind everything. Me being fresh to everything, I was like, you gotta explain that, the inside jokes and all that. You gotta explain some of that to me.
My brother was one of our old members, and dude was in one of our music videos. Said, "Okay, yeah, I'm sticking around," and then quit. Like right after the fucking music video came out. I'm like, bro, I just spent $600 on this music video. Like, can you at least like stick around for a little bit?
Did he even have a reason?
It was just because he thought the music was too hard.
Been nice if he told you that before.
Was he in his
Yeah,
fucking
Maybe
80s saying the music's too hard, it's too loud? What the hell?
maybe he just
and
wanted to be in the video.
I guess like he's playing in a bluegrass band now with some meth heads.
We thought our music was hard. I mean, bluegrass. But I mean,
Yeah.
what? Like you said, they're all mess, so maybe they're
Yeah.
not.
I've always been one to say if you think the music is too loud, you're too old.
Yeah, I'm 6 years older than my brother, so he's just a pussy.
That exact statement from you, James, is why I have hearing damage because my shit's always cranked.
I have one ear and nothing is too loud for me.
I'm gonna test that anytime we come over. Like, I didn't turn down that amp.
You can't hear me.
Yeah, I have a habit of even when I have my in-ear monitors in, I have the volume cranked all the way up because I like to feel it rattle in my bones when I'm listening to it.
Bones be rattled. Yeah, we actually got rehearsal tomorrow. Anthony just finished college, so hopefully after this show, he'll be back playing drums in the physical form.
Not just MIDI.
Yeah,
not just computer drums.
Hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
if it makes the difference between releasing and not releasing something, do it.
Yeah, exactly.
My first time drumming in over 3 years too.
Marcus often sold my blue PRS back to me for $250.
The SD22. Yeah, I love it.
$250.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, actually, he took the locking tuners off and he put GFS hot reels on.
Yes.
He said they're like Chinese.
We'll do it proper. Put Seymour Duncans or Barzios or something in there for you. Something proper. I don't know. Maybe it'll sound great because those pickups and that Epiphone, they're stock and they sound great.
Yeah, Graham told me to bring that over today, but I would do that sometime last.
So he thinks that, like you're trading that for the strap.
Yeah, he said we'll see what we can do.
Oh.
Well, no, I
Right.
trade
That was Make It Out Alive. I like the sound of that. It has it's got a punchy feel to it and a good rhythm, something you can kind of get down with.
Get down with the sickness, bub.
So while we were away, you were talking about Anthony. You're getting ready to be done with college. What are you going to college for?
Oh, I graduated on the 8th of this month. I'm going for criminal justice.
I almost
Very
guessed
nice.
that. Literally, when you said horror movies and games, I'm like, I bet. That's awesome.
It's
Kind of
been a
fits hand in
process.
hand.
I'll leave it at that. It's been a
Right?
process. It's been a struggle.
So
I
how
should
long
say.
have you been in college now?
It's almost 3 years.
Congratulations.
I've hated every minute of it.
Yeah, bro mixed, mastered, and wrote an album. Worked full-time jobs, took care of his family, and went to college.
Hell
It's
yeah.
awesome.
Fucking impressive.
Struggle.
Here's the machine.
So you're a
Like
family
any
man too?
institution.
Oh yeah.
How many kids you got?
Just the one. She's 9 going on 19. She thinks she's an adult.
Don't forget Wally.
and the dog, yeah. He's a menace.
What kind of dog
Yeah,
is
I've
he?
got one that's 12 that thinks she's 21.
He's an Australian Shepherd.
Oh, they're good dogs.
Yeah, very protective.
He's about time.
Overprotective. He does not like people near the house.
The way they get happy and then their butt wags, it's adorable.
Yeah.
Like
It's
Buster.
he really is a freaking menace, though.
So y'all have a show coming up on June 6th.
Yeah, the Rift Rising Festival.
And you said that's out. Where's that at?
That's the Appalachian Outpost in Logan, West Virginia, Lyburn, West Virginia. It's where the old,
All right.
called the Ritter Mall, I think is what they used to call it.
It's out there, Bob.
Yeah, out there in the sticks, whole country.
Things like that, Bob.
So there's a couple bands that we know going out there. I think is Northlake a part of that? I think, and Two Face.
I think Northlake
Two-Face.
is going to be out there.
Yeah.
That Ethan Wolfhard, man. He's a He's a hard one to deal with. I love him.
Yeah, we actually had Northlake on the show last month.
It was the very first show, yeah.
Yeah, Northlake are really good friends of ours. Anthony produced a few of their old songs.
Two of them.
Yeah, two of them.
Yeah, we've known their guitarist Kyle for a couple of years.
Yeah, he's funny. I really like him. He leaves funny comments on stuff.
Yeah.
And Lily, she's a huge support.
Yeah,
She's
his wife
amazing.
Lily, she's amazing.
Yeah, I was
Good
planning on trying to get out to Riff Rising, but it's an 8-hour drive one way for me, and I've already expended the funds from going out to Ironton, so.
Yeah, and I'm all the way out in West Texas, so.
Texas. Yeah, you're out in Dimebag territory. Get your full.
Not too far away from where Pantera played their first show.
What?
I'm not too far away from where Pantera played their first show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's sick. Back when they were Glam Terra.
Yep.
On that note, I will never let anybody forget about that. I have to remind people of that constantly. Of Diamond Daryl.
Yep. Before they were the hard metal band that they were definitely a glam metal band.
Yeah. Yeah, Diamond Vince, they worship Kiss.
Yeah.
See, before I got into like metalcore, I was like huge well, at first I started off with like pop punk. But then like I got into like old school metal, like I was all about Metallica and Pantera. I just studied that for like my freshman and sophomore year of high school. So like I autistically focused on that a couple years.
So what were the pop punk
And so
bands
tell
you
us a little
started
bit
with?
of history about what got y'all into music. I mean, how long have y'all been musicians personally?
One of them go first.
Well, I started guitar back in 2010, and I had a band in high school. And
Deadlock.
yeah, Deadlock. I'm glad you remember that. And I and a couple of friends, we all play guitar, but they're like, "Hey, you're the suckiest at guitar, so why don't you play bass?" I was like, "Seems reasonable, okay," but I took it seriously. So for a while, bass guitar was my primary instrument, and then got back into guitar just before the end of high school. I graduated in 14, and been playing guitar ever since. And I've known this dude since he was in middle school. He was friends with my brother,
Yeah.
and we got into music around the same time my brother did.
Yeah, your brother is 2 weeks older than me.
I think you picked up guitars about the same time he picked up drums. My biggest influences were like starting out, like I grew up listening to 80s glam and hair metal, and then it became thrash metal and stuff throughout high school, and then that progressed into death metal and eventually metalcore, deathcore, and that sort of thing. And the rest is history. Here I am.
Your turn.
Did you already go?
You can save the mine for last.
Save the best for last.
No. The most autistic for last.
Is that not the best though?
Okay. My love for music started around third or fourth grade. I grew up on rap actually before I even got into rock. It wasn't until sixth grade I grew up on like 50 Cent and Eminem and Sean Paul. So, and B God, yeah. It wasn't until around sixth grade that my mom actually got me into metal and rock. She got me into stuff like Creed, 3 Days Grace, and Papa Roach and Avenged Sevenfold. And once I started getting into more metal, I would start to air drum more or just tap on random things or make beats with my pencil. And it wasn't actually until high school when I actually started drumming. I started out drumming in churches, um, but I didn't start taking it serious until about it's like what 6 years ago, 7.
Right before FTD.
Yeah. I finally got an electronic kit. I was drumming on my E kit doing drum covers, and then was it AJ? And then a buddy of ours, AJ, had a band that was trying out a drummer, and the band was called Fear the Dreamer. And I went over there. This was like 6 years ago. Tried out for the band, got the gig, and we've been playing music for about 6 years together now.
That's pretty cool.
So your mom got you into the metal and rock scene.
Oh yeah, and my dad got me into Seven Dust from Harder Rock.
So I'm gonna assume by your age, your parents are probably around the same age as me, so they were probably into the same types of music I was.
Oh, they love a lot of like Motley Crue and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Queensryche, Megadeth.
Queensryche is goaded, not the BCM.
System of a Down and Limp Bizkit. I was waiting for some of those.
I was a big Limp Bizkit fan when they first came out, and for years, I mean, through my late teens and all of my 20s and 30s, I was a big Limp Bizkit fan. Like that was my go-to music. But when I started listening to metal, I was listening to Dio and I was listening to Queensryche, Motley Crue, and I was getting into all of that stuff. I was an 80s kid, so I grew up with the 80s rock and going into all of the metal genre and everything. And when I got into middle school, I was big into Metallica and Megadeth.
All right, you said you're saving best for last, so let's hear it.
Not the fucking best.
It's the best.
That would be good.
I'm understanding yourself.
Okay, so when I was like, my mom actually is a singer and singer, guitar player. She can play piano too. So like when I was like small, like toddler, whatever, I always like watch my mom sing and play. And then my dad listened to like heavy music, like Disturbed, heavy metal, like Disturbed and shit. Like, dude, no, like my dad liked like active rock, like Breaking Benjamin, 3 Days Grace, Disturbed, Chevelle. Chevelle. My dad had like Chevelle CDs and shit, and so I had like the songwriter, like singer songwriter influence, and then I had like the rock influence and stuff from and then I fell in love with Green Day. Something hit me like the first time I heard American Idiot. So uh, then it became Blink 182. So it was like these pop punk bands that had just great songs, catchy, well written songs. Sum 41, another really good one. All fantastic songwriters. So eventually, I got into like the Metallica and Pantera through Sum 41 because they had the metal info. So And then I met his brother and our friend Garrett, and they got me into like metalcore and heavier music. And then here we are. That's pretty much. Deftones, I love Deftones. I got Deftones tattoo.
I like Deftones also. They got some really good music. They've got some talented musicians, especially their guitarist. He's very talented.
He smokes a lot of dope. But yeah, he's fucking yeah.
I
I'm
think
I
also
love
a lot of
big.
musicians.
I love Chino.
Yeah, big fan of Tina.
I really wish that they did more collabs with Lamb of God. Embers was really good.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's from the rap song. I can't remember.
There's pictures of those. Yeah, but we got Anthony over here about to look it up, maybe. Yeah.
Another big
So
influence.
influences in y'all's music. Y'all's music is inspired by horror and horror games and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. A good
So
bit of
one that I'm curious, Poltergeist, is that about the horror film Poltergeist?
uh no Poltergeist. Uh
About three.
yeah, Poltergeist is more of a personal song. Um but that one, the instrumental for that actually tell them how you wrote the fucking instrumental for that.
So basically, I had a sample. There's a piano sample of that intro, and yeah, that one. And then I kind of just I just sit there. I picked a random BPM. What's the song in?
130.
Yeah, it was 130. So I just sit there. I listened to that. I listened to that piano intro, and then I kind of just started programming drums to it. And then that's literally how that. It had a different name in the beginning.
Poltergeist Diddy.
Yeah, it was. We had Diddy in there.
Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
That's what it was. Yeah,
That's originally called.
that was the placeholder name. Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
Should have left it on the album.
And then I, after I got the drums tracked, I sent it to Lucas, and he came up with all the guitar work on there.
It's a make them suffer song.
Yeah. Well, heavily inspired.
Yeah, heavily inspired.
Over the drum track,
Yeah.
like over existing drum patterns. That's cool.
I would say that's how the best songs on the album.
That's how the Dark Descent was
Yeah.
wrote. Cool. Yeah, I sit there, I program drums. Just I come up with random drum beats in my head, program them, put them all together, and then I'll put samples in there, bass drops, risers, and then just some ambient. And then once I get that all done, I send it to Lucas, and he tracks guitars to it. That's pretty cool.
So,
Yeah, so
what inspired the lyrics for that song?
okay, so it might get a little sad and shit for a second, but whatever. So the lyrics and shit for that song are uh, they 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 go back to like a certain time period of my life where I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this, but like uh, there's like an old adage that like death comes like over and over, like in threes or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so like right around the time like I was like 18 to 20, I lost my grandmother that raised me and my brother. My dad died, and then my great grandma, who pretty much like financially like took care of me like most of my like life. Uh, and they like it was very therapeutic in a way, that song, because it was basically uh, I never I never properly I was going through like therapy and stuff too at the time, so I never really like properly healed from or like grieved. I kind of just I did drugs for most of my early 20s and drank, so I kind of just buried all that, and then I was able to finally just let that part of me like speak, uh, and basically say like it's okay to grieve, and, even though they're gone, like I you still have life to live.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't want you to be here, being depressed. So basically, just a release of pain, I guess, in the most emo way possible.
I call it a healthy release.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It takes a lot of weight off your shoulders just letting it out.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you just scream in the shower as your song's playing.
yeah. It took me a while to get to that point to be able to write about stuff like that. Because,
But
I was
accepting it,
also like, I was in like
it's easier to
I was
avoid.
in yeah I was in like denial of like alcoholism and stuff, so I didn't even accept it. Like I was bearing, uh, you know, shit. That's a
We've all got those stories. You're not alone.
So, so you battled with the drugs and depression and stuff like that.
yeah. That'll be explained on another song that you guys will probably ask us about.
We've had we had Two Face on here last week,
Yeah.
and they had a story about their battles with addiction and drug use and stuff like that. Um, we've got a guy next month with men's mental health that's actually going to be speaking on the show about stuff like that. It's the kind of work that he does. So he's going to be doing a segment on our show, uh, kind of bringing awareness to it because, I mean, it is a real thing. People struggle with it every day, whether it be drug abuse, alcohol abuse, depression. Men's mental health is uh, it's a lot different now than it used to be because um, in a lot of cases, men are made out to be bad people.
Yeah, yeah,
I think also part of it stems from men can't show emotions. They can't be vulnerable. They can't cry, which is unhuman. I mean, we're all emotional beings.
yeah. They say you gotta go to work. You gotta get that paycheck. Son.
Tough it up, you man.
Don't you cry.
Yeah,
You cut your arm off. You just wrap it up and go back to work.
yeah. I get beat up at my job all the time.
You got it. Expecting to hold the weight of the world on your shoulders and not show any emotion. It's not. Yeah, healthy.
Yeah, Jay crawls through fucking pipes welding shit. Yeah, yeah,
In most cases, it seems like nowadays men, they could be laying in a coffin and having their funeral, and their boss will show up and go, "I'm docking your pay for this."
yeah, yeah. No shit. Yeah, no shit.
I don't know. For some of them, it seems like they've kind of changed. Like a lot of men are more feminine and women are more masculine. So it's like,
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I
to
think that
the
was something they were putting in the water back in the 90s.
I think I heard it. It's called lead. Lead pipes.
that's why it turned out the way I did. That's
I'm
Thousand
pretty
chemicals.
sure it was meth. I'm pretty sure they were dumping meth into the water supplies.
Definitely, bub, definitely.
I was about to say it's all the red dye.
I need more red 40, bub.
So we're going to go on ahead and we're going to play Poltergeist now, since we got a little bit of backstory about that. But this next song is Divinities Poltergeist, and we're going to give it a listen, and we will be right back with y'all. This next song is Divinities Poltergeist.
That's
And
gonna be
we're gonna give it a
iconic, in my
listen,
opinion.
and we will be right back with y'all.
The kids are going to crab corn to that shit.
Yeah.
Like 20 years. Say, oi, bro. Oi, bro. Anthony just walked on stage. And everyone's like, oi, bro.
Hey, crap.
And then you just play a crib song. How do you
Something like that.
when you
Some of our watching this right now to drive to your house and
Yeah.
I've been back.
What are your top favorite horror movies?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, hon, was it your mic or was it James that was kind of earlier? Did I mute it? What? Are you fucking with me, James?
No, my mic is muted. So that's the one. This one's
Oh, okay, that's what James, I'm gonna laugh. I knew it. I'm like, I am not muted right now. This one is my babe.
That dollar mean what?
So did y'all start off on Guitar Hero?
oh, I heard it too. I lived and breathed that.
Sorry.
Honestly, it's funny. Maybe Guitar Hero played a big part in our taste in music and stuff when we were growing up.
I discovered music.
In DDR.
Honestly, I discovered Slayer. Guitar Hero played a big part in our Guitar Hero too because I had Raining Blood on there. I was like, oh no, what is that?
I discovered fucking Dream Theater from Dragon Ball Z.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah, because in the History of Trunks, they have like Ghost of Metropolis Part 2
Wow,
scattered throughout the movie.
that's crazy.
Like small sections of each song like play during fight scenes.
Wow.
Yeah. You'll have to sit and watch it, dude.
Yeah, it's you got influenced by Dream Theater because of my brother because he had pulled me under on repeat when he was learning drums like all the time in middle school. He loved Dream Theater.
No, ironically, Dream Theater might have been one of the first like prog metal bands I heard, and not even knowing what it was.
Right.
Yeah, I liked Dream Theater a lot when I was a kid. They had
Yes.
they had an interesting style of music.
Yeah, Scenes from a Memory is one of the best albums like ever made. That's like I think the only album I've listened to them like all the way through. It's so good though.
Awake is my favorite.
That one is really good.
Their new one, their most recent, is also really good too. With Mike Portnoy back.
Yeah, Parasomnia.
Yeah, that is like listening to what is that album called with Fully? What is that?
Images and Words.
Images and Words. It's like listening to that like again for the first time. It was like whoa.
It's like getting your fairy popped all over again.
This guy. Yeah, I mean, this guy, man.
So one of the other songs that we have up, we're saving "Rebirth" for last because we're going to debut that for you. But the next song that we have on our list is "The Dark Descent," and I heard you talking about that one, saying it started the same way as Poltergeist as a sample, and then started pulling everything into it and building it from there.
Yeah. So, you want me to go or you want to go?
It doesn't matter.
Well, here you talk about how you built the instrumental, and I'll tell a little bit of the backstory.
So I kind of started The Dark Descent with there was this bass. It's like a sub bass that plays kind of quietly underneath everything. These are all sampled from Joey Sturgis, actually. Joey Sturgis tones.
Go start the stones.
That's weird.
We do that all the
That's
time.
great.
It was kind of like a reverby delayed bounce, 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 bounce.
What? It's at the beginning.
Yeah, that's the intro. Yeah, with that sub bass underneath, and then
that shit's iconic.
yeah, it is. And then I kind of let that loop for just a minute, and then I just it was just how Poltergeist was. I would start a click track. What is that at 150?
Yeah,
It's 150. I set it to 150 because I thought that was a good tempo. Had that intro looping for a minute until I found a good spot to bring the drums in, and then I kind of just whatever came to mind, I just programmed, and that's basically I wrote that. I programmed the drums. It was about over a week, just different beats and splicing and adding other things together.
Yeah, we had about 30 updates for that song.
Yeah, there's a lot.
He would get like certain parts done, and he would send it. He'd be like, "What do you think of this?" I'd be like, "Hell yeah, are you almost done with it?" Yeah, and then when we were actually when I started working with Jay on teaching him the guitar parts, we're jumping ahead a little bit. My bad. We actually figured out like the counts in between the sections, like the pauses, like they're different every time. It's like 4, 2,
Yeah,
and then 16.
Yeah, 4 4 4, and then it's 2 4, and then the break after the breakdown, it's 2 bars of 8 4, and then 4 4, and then it goes back in. It's like what?
But it's very simple once you learn it.
It is. There's just like I was just thinking like that's
You're thinking the next part's gonna be the space in between is gonna be
Yeah, it just hits you out of nowhere. That's what's so cool about
it
the
catches
song.
you off guard.
It's a
It
fucking roller
sounds more
coaster.
like you weren't necessarily trying to learn music. You were trying to figure out a difficult math equation.
Yeah, basically.
Dude, that's how when when I started writing the guitar parts, for some reason when we started working on stuff for the album, I had in my head that I'm going to make this shit fucking hard for anybody to play.
Thanks for that.
Yeah. And dude, like I don't know what I was thinking on this song because like it's just all over the place guitar wise. It is hard to play.
It's really not that hard. It's just that one part. That
Yeah.
one, yeah, that one part. it just kind of throws you through a loop. It comes out of nowhere, but the rest of it, it's fun to play. It's a great song.
Yeah, like I, I'm a very big fan of. I think I already said this, but make them suffer, and their guitar player is like a huge inspiration. Yeah, Nick McLernan. He's like a big inspiration on the way I write riffs. So basically, in my head, I'm like, what would Nick McLernan write on this?
Also a video game song too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's also based on Amnesia: The Dark Descent, which is it's a video game song, and it was our first song back.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was actually written a year ago.
Yeah, it's a year old.
Nice. So you wrote it a year ago. It started out as a sample with Anthony, and then he sent it over to you. You started putting the guitar tracks to it, started teaching the guitar part, and then let's talk about the lyrical content.
Okay, so the lyrics changed a couple times. Um, Originally, I had, dude, I struggled to write a chorus for that song because I could not think of a original. I almost did like a screaming chorus. Then I was like, nah, I can't pop out and do that.
More of a yelling chorus.
Yeah, now it's more of a, I would say like a yell thing. Uh, so like I said, it's based on Amnesia: The Dark Descent, um, and basically like dude wakes up in a castle. He has no recollection of how he got there. All he knows, like he finds a letter that he wrote to himself before he drank the amnesia potion, saying like, "Hey, your name's Daniel. You need to find Alexander in the inner sanctum and kill him." So that's pretty much the plot of the game, and similar to Our Special Place and Survival Instinct, which are both video game songs. I was like, okay, so I want to compress the story of the video game into a 4-minute song, and basically the song would be a companion piece for someone who really enjoys the video game. So it's yeah.
Sounds right up your alley, honey.
Yeah, it's all the same kind of games and stuff that I'm into. So
I really want to do a Blair Witch song at some point too.
Oh, there you go.
there you go. That'd be pretty cool.
You have an Outlast song?
Yeah, we have a song called Survival Instinct that's about Outlast. That was our second single.
Silent Hill 2.
Silent Hill 2, but OSP.
It was about Outlast Trials,
Outlast 1.
Outlast 1.
Yeah, the first Outlast.
That was a good game.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever played that one.
You need to in a dark room with
Right.
no one around.
Yeah. Fine battery.
I did that with Phobia.
Oh my
That
god.
game, when I first played it, scared the shit out of me.
Dude. Yeah, Phasmophobia. We played that a good bit, and I played it with a couple other friends. And dude, that game gave me panic attacks.
Me and my wife played that game.
All the fun.
Did
Yeah,
you?
we've had a couple of game nights where we were playing that, and Harrison was an asshole. He found tarot cards and decided to start throwing them into the house from the front door while I was still in the house roaming around.
Dude, you remember when was it you got me killed and you
The Ouija board?
and you fucking teabagged my body?
Yeah.
And he teabagged my body when I
Classic.
played wife.
I
Resident
think there was another
Evil.
time that somebody ran up to me with the voodoo doll and just pushed it up against my back, and then the ghost attacked me.
That was me.
Yeah.
Resident Evil on the VR on PlayStation 4, when you're like in the Matrix, sound and all, that was terrifying.
Yeah, I played a little bit of 7 on VR. It was
Scary.
yeah.
Resident Evil 7 is scary.
Rush of Blood was actually pretty fun.
I haven't played that. What? The blood?
First of all,
Is that like the carnival?
Yeah, it was the carnival with like the pigs and like all the weird subliminal mustering kind of thing, and then you had to like. It was
I
fun.
think I've seen it in GameStop.
when you go to
You want to have fun? Go play Ghost Hunters on Steam. The ghosts can attack you while you're trying to hunt them. That one's a fun one. I had a guy that we were playing with. He was standing there. All of a sudden, the ghost put its arms around him and carried his ass away upstairs.
Wow. Well, it sounds like Diddy.
Come on, I got some baby oil for you.
I swear, I did not.
So, other than your June 6th show, are y'all planning any other shows after that?
Not yet, but right now the biggest thing we've been focusing on is we spent a good bit of money on merch, and so we can roll out this album, and then because originally we didn't want to play any shows, but uh, Justin Pack from Riff Rising, he's such a good friend to us, and he's helped us out a lot during while we were making the album, and he offered us a spot, and Anthony he didn't want to play shows until he was done with college and was back up to speed and stuff. But we decided, we'll play it. Our friend Logan Batista he's playing drums for us this one shift, and then Anthony will take back his spot, kick Logan the fuck out.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Yeah, Logan's a pussy.
He's probably listening right now.
He's too good to listen to us talk.
Yeah.
Or he's in a band with Adam Warren.
From Oceana.
From Oceano.
Oceana. He's also in 5x5.
Yeah, and 5x5.
I've heard some stuff by 5x5.
Yeah, they're cool dudes. Yeah, except for Logan.
Gonna get a text later.
No.
So you've got the album released on the 18th. And I'm hearing that y'all are already making plans to start another one.
I mean,
Pretty much.
kind of. We had a bunch of songs kind of left over, and me and Jay are always writing, and so whatever. like, dude, I come home from work and I'll be like, okay, guys, I'm not writing any more songs, and then I'll be like, okay, guys, I just wrote 3 more songs.
Yeah, like I'm taking a break from songwriting, and then 5 hours later, Google Drive update. Oh, look at that, another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Well, I know all about that. we'll be
So
finishing up at the end of the night, and everybody's saying, "Well, I got to go to work in the morning. I got to go to work in the morning." Yeah, I'm gonna go on ahead and get some sleep. I don't need to work on anything else tonight. And then 10 o'clock in the morning comes, and I haven't been to bed yet.
Yeah. What if I did this MIDI switch and used reverb and stuff? That's
I think whenever you hit delirium, though, that's whenever you become really creative.
yeah, I think
I think I hit delirium at birth, so I mean,
I can also.
well, we're gonna go ahead and play The Dark Descent and give it a listen. So we will be back in just a moment. This is Divinities, The Dark Descent. Well, we're gonna go on ahead and play The Dark Descent and give it a listen. So we will be back in just a moment. This is Divinities, The Dark Descent.
Dude, I'm the same way. Like you gotta be somewhat delusional about the stuff you write. Yeah. You're biggest fan, and what do you do?
exactly.
Yeah, like there's so many people in other bands. Sure, man. No album release. Biggest waste of time. But yeah, I tell people all the time that like there's some people who are weird about like I won't listen to my own music. I'll never. Whether merch are weird, I'm like, wow.
I can't do that. I can't. I'm not there.
There's my ego.
Saying like, now that like we have like pictures and shit, I'm like, I don't even want to post that much of me on the Facebook. I would rather show you guys off more.
Which is what you've been doing.
Yeah, I don't want people to. I don't want to be the fucking center of attention.
Well, that's just how it works out. Because you know more about the business side and everything than we do anyway. So.
I was like,
Learning a lot from this dude. It's been pretty cool to see. I'm hoping to bring it to my other band at some point. Because dude's got some knowledge. Hey.
I would like people to focus more on you guys. Would like them to think they're like.
Long spotlight doesn't completely go off of you because I think you should be recognized for your work, man. I'm just saying, like I think it's cool that you get the spotlight.
That's it.
That ain't happening.
Yeah, it's not.
Because we ain't going to another motherfucker like going. It's the only reason we broke up.
Yeah, he's like, I'll believe it. I did it with a fucking deep fried eye.
Like,
I can't believe you said that to me.
what happened was, Kofi got Glenn fucking heavily said, this band has potential. And Luke isn't doing anything with it. He just wants to be cringe. And that was far from fucking.
Can't you can be serious and be cringe at the same time,
Exactly.
Yes. I'm worried. Like that. We all know people like you can only be so serious, and then being like 100% serious is just as cringe. Yeah. But it's cringe in the wrong way. You're cringe in the same. That's funny and lovable. There are people who are so serious, like you gotta be serious all the time. Like it's a business, and like. It certainly is, but can you lighten up a little bit? Yeah, like have some fun. Like you don't have to be, you don't have to treat it like if you're, I don't know, like you're a Wall Street guy and everything is life and death.
I think we can be.
All right, so that was the Dark Descent.
Yeah, I was like, this sounds oddly familiar.
Hello.
So, one of the things I was thinking about while I was listening to that song is the name of the band, Divinities. How did y'all come up with that?
Okay, so this is the dumbest fucking answer possible. Are you ready? The conversation I had with this guy right here. And yeah. And Wolf, the guy that was on our first single, our original vocalist. Uh, so we were thinking of a band name, and originally I wanted to. Somebody suggested, like, you know, band names with one word are so fucking vague and cool. It has no meaning. It's just one word and it sounds cool. Divinity. That's it. I'm being dead serious.
Sweet and to the point.
Sometimes the simple stuff works, man.
Yeah. There's literally no meaning behind it. Like, I think I looked up. Uh, I think I even Googled, like, cool cool like words that end with e's, like IES. I'm pretty sure I actually did that, but it's been like 4 years now, so I can. And finding one that wasn't taken was there was like a Christian band like 10 years ago called Divinities, but they broke up in 2012, and they were from Wales. So I was like, okay, fuck those guys. They like Jesus. That's cool.
Their loss, your gain.
Yeah. At least we didn't pick like boundaries or movements or volumes or currents. Movement.
Movements twice.
That's that movements already. Or Coldplay. Coldplay would have been good. Nobody's used that.
I'm waiting for someone to come out
You
with
could have called
with the
it
shop.
Movements too, and then
Yeah,
it would
movement.
have just meant a
Movement.
two.
Move twice.
Intervals. Equations.
Varsity.
Yeah. Additions. Subtractions. Divisions.
Divinities.
There we go. Got it. Their name acquired. Plus 10 XP.
We're the algebra.
Yeah.
The trigonometry.
That's some Diggertalongi shit. Trigonometry.
I'm a high school dropout. I have to sound like I'm smart.
Haven't managed to do that yet.
Oh, burn.
Everybody has to have a starting point.
Oh God.
So let's go on ahead and talk more about this this album release and some of the songs that are on it. We do know that we're going to be playing Rebirth here in a little while, but we can talk about Rebirth and let's talk about some of the other songs on the album. Let's get a feel for it.
Okay, so um, we'll take you through the track list. How's that sound?
All right, that sounds good.
Okay, so we talked about uh, the singles already. Uh, there, so there's a couple different instrumental or I guess interlude called Movement 1, 2, and 3, Prelude, Premonition, and Save Room. Uh, and those are uh, at the time I was playing the Alone in the Dark remake, and I was listening to a lot of like classical music. Like I can't pronounce a lot of it, but I would just put on like random playlists of like classical music from like the like World War I era and stuff like that. So I'm trying to think. Majorsky was one I really liked. He did a symphony called Pictures at a Museum. Uh, but I was like, yo, we got some songs on here that are like big and symphonic. Let's make some classical sections that blend in piano and strings. So the opener to the album, Movement One, is just it carries you into Poltergeist with the very haunting strings and piano, and then it has the motif of the lyrics. Will they smile upon our ending? Will the teardrops fill these pages? Looking back on my checkered past, and I'm haunted by those days. It kind of that repeats a couple times throughout the album, and it's not a concept album. I just thought it was a cool theme to have.
A non-narrative concept.
Yeah,
There you go.
it kind of like trickles in. And then Premonition, which is track 4, right after Dark Descent. Uh, that was actually recorded at the place we shot the Poltergeist video. Uh, they have this huge grand piano, a Baldwin grand piano from like World War II era, and they restored it and tuned it and everything. And my mom runs her business out of there, so I was late working one night and was just messing around on the piano and started writing that, and I recorded it. I took my shit, went and got my stuff, and recorded it. I cannot play piano, so there was a lot of editing involved, and like what you hear on the album is that World War II piano, very heavily reverbed, and then it takes you into Lady in the Lake, a song that is it's a song. Anthony, talk about Andromeda.
Andromeda was one that I did. Was that around the Dark Descent time?
I think it's older.
Is it older? Okay, I might have done Andromeda before the Dark Descent, but basically I did what I do with Poltergeist and the Dark Descent. I find a BPM. I think it's 180. I figured 180. Let's do a faster one, and then I just listened to that, and then again I just came up with different beats. Yeah, everything on there is MIDI. It's all MIDI and samples. Um, and then Lucas, he actually only did the vocals on that.
Yep. Yeah, like he had sent it to me, and I was like, "Dude, this is incredible. Like, we got to put this on the album." And originally it was going to be instrumental, but then we decided to put vocals on it.
Thank God, because it actually turned out better with the vocals. Vocals is what makes it now.
Mm-hmm.
What other is Eater and then Death Valley?
Death Valley.
You want to talk about Eater?
Don't forget Lady in the Lake.
Yeah. Here, you talk about Eater real quick.
Eater is probably our
Heaviest song.
the heaviest song.
The speed metal song.
He tried to. It's kind of like we kept deathcore in mind. We wanted to be the heaviest thing that we've ever done. There's lots of blast beats and some fast riffs on there. Yeah, that let's just say, well, we're gonna struggle with that one. That song's a struggle to play. so it probably won't be on the set list anytime
It's a
soon.
struggle to play in the bedroom.
Even though it's super heavy.
Yeah.
Even though it's super heavy, it's still like super melodic and pretty.
Lucas actually wrote that song by himself. That was a
Not the drums though. Yeah,
well, I replaced the drums with that one. But he had sent over. He had programmed all the drums. He had recorded all the guitars, the bass, and vocals, and I kind of just took the drums and then did my own thing. But he originally wrote the whole song, which is what happened with Death Valley too. He wrote Death Valley by himself, and then I kind of just edited the drums. So
now Death Valley. There's a couple songs on the album, Death Valley, Eater, and Lady in the Lake, that are all like original stories. They're not based on games or anything. They're kind of just original concepts. And Death Valley, I actually wrote uh, the night before me and my family went on vacation to Gatlinburg. Uh, I stayed up till like 3 a.m. writing Death Valley. And then in the car on the way to Tennessee, I had the demo for Death Valley playing, and I was writing the lyrics. And then as soon as I got home from Gatlinburg, a week after, like the whole time I was there, all I could think about was getting home and recording vocals. And then I got back, and that was the first thing I did was recorded that song. And then I actually moved in here, recorded the song, and that ended up being our second single off the album. But yeah, I mean it's all screams. It's a heavier song. It's in a lower tuning than the other ones. It's A sharp. Uh, yeah, it's a banger.
What's the story?
It's just about it's basically a political song. Way, yeah, I won't get into that, but it's like basically about wanting to overthrow the government and uh take
jokingly.
yeah.
Jokingly. For legal
Now
reasons.
we're all on a list.
Yeah, jokingly
Probably on a list.
burn the world down and take it back to myself.
What remains?
Yeah.
That was all you. Mixed, mastered, recorded, all you. That's the only soft song on
So
the album.
that was going to be my next question: is all of your mixing, mastering, and recording, y'all are doing that all on your own? You're doing it in house, not going through any production companies or anything like that.
Correct.
I do it on a little laptop with $30 headphones.
He makes it work.
Lots of car tests though. Lots of car tests.
Hey, when I first started mixing my album, I had a Takama mix board that was plugged right into my computer, and it was a desktop that had, I do believe, Windows XP on it, and it was old, and that was what I started doing my mixing on, and I use Studio One now.
We use Reaper.
Yeah.
It's a good dog.
What Marcy uses.
Mm.
Yeah, see, I've seen a lot of bands are using Reaper more than anything else because it's open source.
Yeah. Yeah. We were worried that they were going to start charging us for it. But no.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah, I've never personally used Reaper. When I first started out, I was using Audacity. And ask me now compared to back then. Back then, I was like, yeah, Audacity, it's free, it's cool, it's user friendly. Now that I use Studio One, I'm like, Audacity is crap.
The audacity.
The audacity.
But you use what you use to get your work done. That's the important thing. Not everybody can go out and
Yeah.
buy a $200 DAW. So if you got the DAW to use that's free, use it.
All the struggles with the album, all the deleted drums and everything. I'm talking about that. There is one more song I wanna briefly touch on real quick before Anthony talks about this next thing. Uh, the final song on the album is called "What Remains of," and then it's like it's the there's a stereotype that like the last song on every metalcore album is like the big soft emotional sentimental ballad, and it is the only song on the album uh all clean singing. It's acoustic guitar and piano and strings, and it that song is based off of the video game, loosely based off the video game What Remains of Edith Finch, but it's also got a little personal twist on it, dealing with your own immortality, or your own mortality, not immortality. That's another song that has not been released. Uh,
That's for the Saints.
yeah, that's later on.
Yeah, that's for the DLC pack.
Yeah, we actually have a DLC pack coming out for the album. We'll get to that later. But no, there's this song touches on battles with mortality, and then kind of the same thing that Poltergeist touches on, and yeah, it's a beautiful song, dude. Like whenever I wrote it, I sent it to Anthony, and I was like emotionally touched by it, not in a Diddy way, like yeah, not in a Michael Jackson way.
God.
Stop! Shut the fuck up. Yeah, it was not me. I swear, I did not do it.
I love MJ.
All right. So you said Anthony is going to talk about another one.
Um, the whole process of the album, um, and why it was a struggle. Um, so the Dark Descent and Andromeda was made on my old setup with my desktop. It was like a $2,500 setup, and I had some good monitors, and that's when I mixed Andromeda and the Dark Descent on that. And then we had a power surge, and it kind of fried the whole. The power surge kind of fried the whole system. Um, so then I ended up getting a cheaper laptop, which is what the whole rest of the album was on. So songs like Poltergeist and Eater,
That's the Lally.
um, those were hard to mix because um, whenever I would MIDI out something, I wouldn't send him the MIDI file. I would send him the WAV file for it, which was a mistake. Um, and then we actually lost the MIDI files for those drums. So the drums that you hear on Poltergeist and Eater, I wasn't able to mix the different instruments separately. Like I wasn't able to mix the kick, the snare, the toms, or the cymbals by themselves. I had to mix them all on one track as a whole, just with a WAV file. But it turned out pretty good. So there was a lot of struggle with the album, but I think it sounds better than we thought it would be.
Yeah, like every song got progressively better. Like the Dark Descent sounds fucking phenomenal, but then when he switched setups, uh, starting with Death Valley, every song got progressively better. So you'll hear that throughout the album. Like Rebirth was like the last one. No, technically, Lady in the Lake was the last one because you remixed it. Like right before we submitted the album, I was like, dude, we gotta remix Lady in the Lake, and he was like, all right.
The vocals were the issue. They were so loud. But I went ahead and just remixed everything. So
Yeah. So Rebirth and Lady in the Lake, Make It Out Alive were like the last three, and they all sound fucking
and
incredible.
Rebirth was supposed to be the second song we mixed after The Dark Descent, but it ended up being the last one, where it was the longest. So.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about Rebirth because we're going to be giving that one a listen here soon. So let's get the rundown on it. We're going to be releasing that song tonight. So let's get the full rundown. What inspired this song? How it was written? The vocals.
Okay, so originally, Rebirth, why it's called Rebirth is because it was another Amnesia song originally. It was supposed to be about Amnesia Rebirth, the game, but I could not get the lyrics how I wanted it. Like it wasn't clicking for me. So I was very attached to the instrumental because I worked really hard on the guitar parts. It has, I would say, my best guitar playing on the album, and I was feeling froggy because of Poltergeist and shit. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just get personal with it. So I decided to change it up and just talk about like mental health and like how the past 5 years of my life or whatever have just been this constant cycle of do good, fuck up, do good, fuck up, uh, you know, disappoint, disappoint my mother, disappoint, my friends, it just, there's a line in the song that pretty much sums it up. It's why do I do this to myself over and over again and again? So it just feels like it's like no matter no matter what no matter no matter what the God damn it, it's so hard to talk about. Um, it was just a very painful set of lyrics. Very tough for me.
He got his heart on his sleeve and you're laughing.
And, and then uh, like there's a section of it where I'm directly kind of speaking about like losing my dad and stuff. Like there's a lyric that says, "If I died, who'd be left to carry your name?" And yeah,
It's a banger, dude. It is.
It is a bang.
it's a really it's a fucking polar.
Yeah, that one, I've had it now for about a week, maybe a little longer than a week. And it's one song I have not listened to because I wanted to be just as surprised as everybody else when we play it.
That's very cool.
It's the guitars are very there's a section in there if you like make them suffer, you'll hear it. But yeah, that one throws down.
All right, well, we're going to go on ahead and give it a listen unless y'all have anything else, any more insight you want to give on it.
That song was a pain in the ass to track.
Well, let's listen to this pain in the ass and see how good it sounds. This
Yeah.
is Divinity's Rebirth.
That song was a pain in the ass to track.
Well, let's listen to this pain in the ass and see how good it sounds. This is Divinities Rebirth.
Can't do this on my own.
That was sick. That has to be my favorite.
Yes.
Rebirth. First time hearing it, first time on the air.
Did you say
I
that
gotta
was your
tell you,
favorite?
do what?
I thought I heard somebody say that was your favorite.
Yeah, it was my favorite one that I've heard from y'all so far.
That's
It was
that's
sick.
what I was getting ready to say. Out of all of the songs that I've heard from y'all, that one is my favorite song that I have heard of y'all's song.
Personally, that's going in my daily playlist for my truck driving.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That
Pretty
one
badass.
has officially
badass.
now made its way onto the 24-hour radio station that will actually be circulating now. So everything about that song, I really liked the guitar parts, I liked the vocals, I liked the beat, and I really liked right there towards the end that little solo that you had in there. That sounded
And John Mayer goes metalcore.
Hell yeah.
And you can feel the emotion behind that song. That's what I love about it.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a really hard one to get through. And originally, when we were figuring out the track list, dude, it changed so many times. Because originally Eater and Death Valley were right at the end, and then I was talking to Anthony, and I was like, dude, I think we should have the two heaviest songs on the album right before the fucking acoustic song. I think we should have Rebirth right before it. Yeah.
That's one of
So
the
then,
songs that I'm looking forward to hearing is the acoustic song also because I do a lot of acoustic music. I love acoustics. So I'm looking forward to hearing that one as well.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
He's married to his guitar.
It's right here beside
Oh, nice. Yeah, I got this guy.
me. Nice.
It can work.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
It's wink, wink.
they need to take him home and work.
It looks like it's full of stories.
Oh, it is. I've had it since 2020, since quarantine. A lot of
Yeah,
whiskey has been with this guitar.
that one looks like it has some memories.
It does. Lots
Mine
of
was
whiskey.
actually this acoustic I have right here was actually a Father's Day present to me back in I want to say 2021. It was given to me as a Father's Day present.
Oh,
Gonna make me nostalgic about my Les Paul. I've had it since '09. It was a Christmas present from my parents.
wow.
And it still looks new.
Front side of it does, yeah.
One side of it.
Yeah, I wish I still had the first Les Paul that I had because I got the guitar back in '96.
Look at that blue flame on it. That's cool.
Okay, now I have to show.
Show and tell.
So, I was in a
So you
band
might
called
you should
Ugly
be
Blood, and my guitar player and one of our good friends, he sold this to me. It's a PRS single cut, uh, and it is a blue contour burst and custom finish. So there's not another single cut 245 like this out there with this burst.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I like that. It's a beautiful guitar.
I recorded our whole album on this, except for the solo on Rebirth was recorded with a guitar that Jay had told me.
You got a Yamaha Telecaster kind of thing.
But this is on every song on the album except for Andromeda.
Yeah,
My
almost
baby.
every song that I write starts out on that acoustic guitar. That's how
And
everything I write
that's
it
how you know.
starts
That's
out
how
with
you know. That's how you know you got a good
It starts
song,
off
is if
with
it starts out on
guitar
acoustic.
and starting some vocals, and then after I get that, then I start thinking about the beat for it, and then I got this monster that comes out then.
That Jackson?
It's actually a Ibanez, a 92 Ibanez Korean with a Floyd Rose tremolo system on it.
Oh, there.
We
So
gotta go toe to
I
toe on
found it
Guitar
for a
Hero.
steal. I got it for $130 on eBay.
That's the other
Dan?
workhorse. It's a
That LCD?
RG 370 1-year model.
Ah, we got two Ibanez here.
Yep.
Very cool.
Those are the guitar workhorses, and I've got my bass workhorse over here.
Oh, well.
Yep. Good old fucking cheap no name. But the Les Paul is the workhorse. I've had it since 2009 and original everything but strings. So
I do have a Jackson, but this is my daughter's guitar. Last year, she told me she wanted to learn how to play electric guitar, so I bought her this one for her birthday last year.
Yeah. I have a Jackson too. Do you want to see it?
of course.
So, in my old band, um, I smashed this on stage at the Loud in Huntington, West Virginia. Because, yeah. Eventually, I hope to find another neck for this same exact guitar, and me and Jay will fix it up together and get her working at some point. But yeah, she's pretty fuckered up right now.
She just needs a little bit of love, just a little bit.
That'd be
Yeah,
hanging up in my studio. That's a wall art memory
needs
right
more
there.
Yeah,
stickers.
Yeah, that's
I
the high.
actually had
Shadow
I
box.
had the head I had the head of a Ibanez acoustic guitar that hung on my wall for a long time because I was actually leaving from band practice with my guitar and I rode a motorcycle at the time and I had the guitar case strapped to the handlebars
Oh
and a
man,
deer jumped out in front of me and I laid my bike down doing 60 mile an hour and it completely shattered the guitar and the only thing I had left of it was the head and that stayed on my wall for years.
wow,
Did the
that
deer
sounds.
survive?
Do what?
Did the deer survive?
Oh, I never hit the deer. I avoided the
Oh,
deer completely. I laid the bike down, let the bike slide out from underneath of me. I put my arms down to my side and just rolled. I broke my collarbone and my ribs, and
damn.
I went to the hospital. I didn't realize I had anything broken immediately. I actually
Adrenaline.
picked the bike up and rode it the rest of the way home. And then when I got home, I was living with my mom at the time, and I walked in, and it was the middle of January, so I was in a full face helmet, full leather, and everything. And it had shattered the mask on my helmet. And when I got home, I took the helmet off, I put it on the back seat, and I walked in the house, and I started feeling sore, and I was like, "Help me get my jacket off." And she was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I just had an accident. I laid my bike down on the way here." And she was like, "What? Do you need to go to the hospital?" And I was like, "No, let me get the jacket off for right now. I need to sit down and I need to relax." My adrenaline was still pumping real high. And I sat down on the couch, and about 20, 30 minutes later, I started feeling the pain set in. And I went over to rub my shoulder, and I felt my collarbone move. And I said, "Go on ahead and call the ambulance. I need to go to the hospital. I got broken bones."
Oh man,
Thank God you're wearing a helmet.
I always wear a helmet. I've always been a firm believer in wearing a helmet, and that helmet and leather saved my life that night.
Yeah, I
It
normally
shattered
wear.
my face mask. It shattered my face mask when I hit the ground, and I was wearing a pair of Harley Davidson riders boots that they fell off when I hit the ground also.
Same that saved my dad's life.
So hold up a sec. You said you were what? Because I saw you guys start laughing. What did he just say?
He needs a helmet.
He does.
Shut up, guys.
Yeah. Luke being stupid. Yeah, it's crazy to see, like, because Ohio, Kentucky, they have a law where you don't have to wear a helmet, and I look at these guys, I'm like, you're riding a bike that's like 2,000 pounds. Like, what's going to happen? And you don't even have nothing on. You're wearing sandals. You're wearing no helmet. Like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah,
Well,
I grew up around motorcycles, and I grew up where you had to wear a helmet. I live in a state now where you don't have to wear a motorcycle helmet, and still, if I was to go out riding today, I would still put a helmet on because
yeah,
I know when I get on a motorcycle at how fast I'm going, there's no walls, there's nothing to protect me with that bike if I hit something or if something hits me. It's just me, and there is a piece of metal that separates me from the road.
yeah, yeah.
Plus, it seems like everybody's getting licenses. It shouldn't be driving. It's not so much you and critters. It's like the other people, especially down here in Tampa. It's insane.
That
People
is
driving Tampa like
really
I'm leaving.
the biggest problem with riding a bike is the other drivers on the road do not pay attention as much to the motorcycles. They they give a quick look and they look for a car, and if they don't see four wheels and a hood, they try to get over.
Yeah, yeah.
Fighting and it's the same life shit.
You tell him that.
My thing is watching these little cars challenge the semi trucks. It's like they'll literally cut in front and then like slam on their brakes. You're gonna be like a can of sardines.
Scrap metal pancake.
Yeah,
Yeah. In
yeah.
big trucks, they don't stop on a dime. They take some time to slow down. So you slam on your brakes in front of them, you become a hood
To
ornament.
save that phrase, that's a good metal song. Scrap metal pancake.
Metal
What's
cake.
that?
You
Scrap metal
true.
pancake? That would be a good metal song.
No, you're having another one.
No, you guys, you're scrap metal pancake.
He's saying no, but he's already thinking about lyrics.
Guilty.
Yeah.
Be another.
That's funny shit.
So, what else do y'all have going on? We know about the show, we know about the album release. We just listened to Rebirth for the first time. So, what other news do y'all have going on? We got a few more minutes left on here. So,
Do y'all have a site for your merch? Or is it only for at the show?
We're getting ready to roll all that out. I think what we're going to do is there's a website called Bandoozle, and I'm going to set up a merch store on there and have it so where whatever we have available, people can buy and buy it through the website, pay and then have it shipped to him, and then I think that's one option I got. But yeah, we just got shirts made. We got copies of the album made, 100 of them, physical CDs. We want to get vinyl, but that's a good chunk of change. Hopefully, when the time comes, we can do that. Do that. Uh, then we got stickers. We got custom guitar picks. Uh, and we're looking at a couple other things like wall flags and stuff, maybe beer koozies. Uh, but yeah, there's some cool merch coming very soon.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna have y'all up on the webpage for a little while, showing that you were a featured artist. So all of your social links and everything are right there on our webpage. I don't know if any of y'all have had a chance to take a look at it, but there's right underneath of the picture where we have you as a featured artist. There's a link to y'all's Facebook. There's a link to your Instagram, your YouTube, your Spotify, and your Bandcamp. So anybody that needs to get a link or something for any of y'all's social.
Damn, even Anthony's grinder is on there. It's gonna do. How y'all find me?
Do what?
He was making
Anthony's
jokes.
grinder is on. Grinder channel.
Yeah, if y'all have a special site that y'all want some of your merch or that your merch goes through, if y'all want to send that over to us when you have it, we'll stick that on the page for you also, and that way anybody that visits the page, if they see you, they can listen to your music from there. If they want to buy any merch, they'll be able to purchase it. Click right on your link to be able to purchase it from your link. But we're going to go on ahead and wrap things up for tonight. We're going to play one more of y'all's songs. We have Movement 3 on here. So we're going to give that one a listen. And it was great having you guys on here tonight. And we would love to have y'all back again. Maybe after y'all get done with your show on June 6th and Anthony gets done with his college and y'all start getting everything together. Maybe we could have y'all on the air again and talk about some of your upcoming stuff then.
Absolutely, man. And if anybody is listening that wants to put us on a show later this year, somewhere around the tri-state area, West Virginia, Ohio, Kentucky, hit us up uh, sometime like September, October, November.
All
And
right,
we'd
and
love
if you want to go over to on the Discord, we have a green room area. If you put on there that later on in the year you're looking for shows also, that's an area for all of the bands, and there's a lot of bands around y'all's area that are on our Discord that they may be looking for somebody to fill a slot on one of their shows, but it's a way for other bands to communicate and be able to talk with one another, and that way if bands are wanting to link up with other bands and try to do things together, they're able to. So if you want to go over into the green room at some time and post in there, you're more than welcome to post anything in there that you want to collaborate with the other bands or talk to the other bands about.
okay.
Perfect. Yeah.
It was a pleasure
All right,
meeting
well,
y'all.
I appreciate y'all taking the time to spend some time with us tonight. It has been real. y'all have some really good music, and I am looking forward to hearing some more of it. I really want to hear that acoustic track. I love acoustic music, so I'm looking forward to that one. But it has been great having y'all on here. I am James Berry. We got Harrison Gast, and we have Kat, and we have the band Divinities hanging out with us here. And we are going to call it a night, and we're going to end this show with Movement 3, Save Room by Divinities.
Thank you.
Later on.
Thank you.
The band Divinities hanging out
It's
with
been
us
great
here,
having you guys on here
and
tonight.
we are going to call it a night.
Thank you.
And we're going to end this show with Movement
with us
3,
today.
Save Room
Your
by Divinities.
acoustic, is it on Spotify or it's just not out yet?
It's not out yet. Harrison should have it though.
Yeah, we've got the
Ooh.
albums. I paid for their album because they deserved it, so we have it.
Thanks. Much
Sweet.
appreciated. Thank you so much.
Much heard. Their album's awesome. Music's good. Can't wait to see what you guys do.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we can listen when we're done with Twitch and the radio.
Yeah. Harrison has it. If he wants to share it with y'all, go ahead. I mean, he paid for it.
We'll listen to it.
Hell yeah.
We can add that whole
Guys.
album at that point too. So once it comes out.
Like I said earlier, we would love to have y'all back when y'all have some more stuff going on. If y'all have another album coming out that y'all want to do a release, if y'all have some shows coming up you want to talk about, or if y'all just want to get on here and hang out and get heard a little bit more, and we'll play some more of y'all's tracks, just let us know if y'all want to come back on the show again. There's an open invitation to come back.
Well, yeah, we'll probably have a 3 or 4 song EP, an expansion pack for the album coming out, probably like 3, 4, or 5 months, something like that.
All right. Yeah, let us know, because we will gladly release it for you on the air. Well, guys, we're going to call it a night. It was really good having y'all on here, and we hope to see y'all back.
Rock on.